questions on it. Mr. Wright, we'll start with you.
Oh, wow. That was quick. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm glad we've got a good start to school. I've been hearing good reports. Things happening at Alleghany and the new tech program. It seems like people are really getting into it, and it's going well. I've had a chance to go to 3 of our schools. Hope to make it to the rest of them soon. Mr. Kraft, your new position, congratulations to you. It looks like you got things going up there. Ms. Jones, congratulations on your new appointment. We look forward to working with you all in the future. I don't know, anybody else? Mr. Vaughn's looking around like Mr. Vaughn, thank you for all your hard work. Don't want to forget you. I know everybody's been working hard getting ready for the school year, and I'm glad that things are going and we're ready to rock and roll.
Thank you. Mr. Lane?
Well, I want to say I appreciate Girl Scout Troop 375 for leading us in the pledge. They did an excellent job, and too bad they didn't get to hear that. They took off pretty quickly. Congratulations, Mr. Katulka, for your award. Really appreciate all your efforts to get that, and hopefully that's going to be a benefit in the years to come for you. Got to participate in sophomore orientation at the high school with my daughter the other day. It was really pretty good, interesting. Actually went better than freshman orientation did. She kind of knew where to go this year better than I knew where to go. So I thought that went well. The Chromebook thing was much better this year compared to last year. So I appreciate all the efforts to kind of streamline that. And appreciate everybody's efforts to get the schools ready this year. I've heard a lot of good things that are going on right now, and we just need to keep those going. That's all I have.
Thank you. Jennifer?
Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody back this year, all the new staff members and teachers. Welcome back, very warm welcome, and welcome to Alleghany County Public Schools. Also, thank you to Girl Scout Troop 375. They're not here, but maybe they'll see it on video. I was a Girl Scout leader for 6 years, and my girls achieved the Bronze Award back in 2008. At that time, we adopted the Clifton Forge Food Pantry and conducted food drives and cleaned the buildings and planted a tomato garden and donated a shop back to the facility. Scouting is so very important to our communities, and I wish that more parents would have their children involved, and also volunteers, leaders themselves. And I'd like to shout out to Mr. Kern. He is actually a Cub Scout leader, and he does a lot with our Cub Scouts in our area. Also to Mr. Katulka on his AASA National Certificate. As a board member, I appreciate the extra time and effort that you spend on achieving awards such as these. And thank you for your effort in that.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to thank the central office staff for all the extra long hours you put into making all of our schools safer with our new, more enhanced security entries to our schools. Also for the opportunities with the direction of the board that you have given our staff, such as the responsive classroom training, the new tech network training, and the redesign of our high school, and also the Chromebook training. We really appreciate that. Also, to those teachers and staff members who are here, I'd like to leave you with this quote. If kids come to us from strong, healthy, functioning families, it makes our jobs easier. If they do not come to us from strong and healthy, functioning families, it makes our jobs even more important. So, thank you, teachers and staff, for all that you do. Have a wonderful, inspiring year, and make a lot of memories, and have a wonderful year. Thank you.
Thank you. Gerald?
Yeah, I too want to thank y'all for coming tonight. I especially want to thank the teachers and the staff, because with the new tech coming in, it's going to be a challenge, a learning challenge. Always is, no matter when you make a change. And I just thank you for the hard work you put in, going to the classes and things, and meetings, and just it's noticed, and we appreciate it. Okay. And the other thing is, did you say that was a Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts? Girl Scouts. I thought there was like a beauty shop pageant or something. All them little girls. But it was really good to see them. Really good to see them. Pledge just gives you a heart warm feeling when you have kids participate like that. Again, I want to thank you all, and I want to congratulate Mr. Katulka.
Thank you.
Does that mean it's AA national certifications that firm you up that you're certifiable, or is that just what?
Both.
Thank y'all. Thank you, staff.
Bob? Thank you, Gerald. Danielle?
Yes, I'd like to thank everyone who came out tonight. A very special thank you to all the Alleghany County Public School staff for a smooth transition in starting this school year. I know a lot of extra time, weekend time, evening time went into getting your classrooms and your buildings ready, and that does not go unnoticed. Ms. Seckner and I had the opportunity to visit each school the Friday after they opened, and it was business as usual, very calm. Greeted with smiles everywhere we went, got a tour of New Tech at the high school, and things looked very nice there. And also had the opportunity to see the new entrances as we went to each of the schools. And I would like to congratulate us on a job, us as in the Alleghany County Public School System, on a job well done, because those entrances are very nice. They go right into the office, much more secure, very well done. So good job on those. I did want to thank everyone for that. Also to Mr. Katolka, congratulations on your achievement. And it was wonderful to see the Girl Scouts here tonight. Believe it or not, I was a Girl Scout back in my day. So it's very important to involve them in community activities as they earn these badges. So thank y'all.
Thank you. Donnie?
Yeah, first I would like to thank Ms. Morgan for a warm and welcoming address at the convocation. You represent the board with distinction. Thank you so much. Ms. Seckner, thank you also for being present and busting the move with the staff. You truly helped with, I think, boosting the staff morale. I'm sure it's always great to see the board being very active and present in the schools. I'd like to thank Mr. Katolka and the staff of the division for their hospitality during my orientation to the school board. Thank you so much, Mr. Katolka. I really appreciate it. Also, Mr. Lane, for spending a little bit of time with me. Thank you so much for your wisdom that you shared. Thank the Girl Scouts for coming here today. It is always pleasurable to see young people because they're why we're here in the first place, and they're an inspiration to all of us. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, first I'd like to welcome everybody back for an exciting new year, especially with New Tech. Looking forward to see how that evolves over this year and many years to come. Also, I think this is our first full year of Chromebooks implementation where everybody will have the Chromebooks. I think that's exciting. I'm a pencil and paper person, but for the younger generations, they do like the Chromebooks, and maybe some others, so I'm glad to see that come about. And as mentioned, our secure entrances. It's unfortunate that we live in a time where we have to lock our schools up like we do. But Alleghany County is invested in the future for the safety of our students by locking up our entrances. So as much as we hate to do it, it is a good thing. I observed one the other day when I walked into school, wound up going in the office. It kind of confused me for a second, but I understood immediately then what would happen, and that was actually over to middle school. So appreciate everybody. We're going to have a great year. We're going to move forward. We're going to take a lot of good strides in education for our students. And I welcome everybody back, and thank you. Mr. Cole.
First of all, board members, we are organizing a retreat as we do in September. So I'd like to hold it before our next meeting, September 18th. So Mrs. Best will be getting hold of you some dates if you'll take a look at your calendar in there. I think it's a very important retreat, particularly as we look at what we're going to do 5-10 years down the road, both with the division and our facilities as well. We had a great convocation. We had a lot of people dancing to Dancing Queen, and we'll keep moving things forward as we move along. I do also want to thank Ms. Morgan as well for her opening remarks. They were absolutely right on target. We also have a great smooth opening of the school. We had a couple minor bus situations with drivers not being able to drive because of illness. But I think we've worked through those. There's always going to be some difficulties at the beginning of the year until we get the runs down. I want to thank Mr. Truitt and Mr. Nicey for what they've done. We are going to reorganize the 600 awards a little bit this year, and I think we're going to do it one place for everybody. And that looks like right now it might be in November at Mountain View. We're going to pick the date today. I'm also setting up some coffees with the superintendent on Saturday mornings. I've got 3 set up in Covington and 3 set up in in Clifton Forge, and I'll pass it out a little bit later today. And so from 10 to 11, we're at 42 Deli and at Mountain View Restaurant. So I'll be there for an hour. If you want to come and, Mr. Kraft, you get bored, you want to come and join me for some coffee.
Bored.
Okay, and we can, and it'll be open for all parents and students and community members who want to come and talk about education. Something I want to talk at our retreat that you can think about is, do we want to allow field trips to out of country? Something we want to talk about as a school division. There's been some requests on that. We will also talk to our attorney about that. The other day, Mr. Truitt and I attended Senator Stanley's subcommittee meeting on school facilities and school construction. There's a big discussion about the antiquated schools that exist in Virginia and what plans are doing for that. So we'll stay on top of that. We also started our partnership with Studer 2 days ago, or 3 days ago actually, or last Thursday. And we actually spoke with them again today, and they'll be joining us, I think, on September 19th. I've been an active member of the Rural Coalition. We got some good news from them today. They anticipated that the state revenue, because of the internet tax, could bring in as much as $600–700 million more to the Commonwealth of Virginia. I want to congratulate Dr. Heath. She has applied for a grant for TTAC. It's going to come and work with, begin with our elementary and our elementary schools. That's a $20,000 grant for 5 years as long as the money is available. And so I do want to thank her for working hard on that. Our enrollment is down. We're down 27 students, what we predicted, but we have time there to see. Generally, our student enrollment is not complete until after Labor Day. Our federal grants are up. We have, with the forest funding and with the Title IV and Title V, our funding is up. So if we would have less students, those federal grants will come in handy to cover for that area. Mr. Umstead and I are meeting with Mr. Dedman in a week or so. Mr. Dedman is the Executive Director of VEA, and we will talk about what we could do across the Commonwealth related to salaries. I want to thank Mr. Umstead for organizing that. Tomorrow afternoon, if you have an opportunity at 1 o'clock, we're going to go over and see the first project presentations from the new tech program. And so if anybody would like to go with us, we'll set that up. 1 o'clock tomorrow. There'll be other dates as well. We're going to actually do an official opening one day for new tech as well. I'll talk to Mrs. Almiron for that. And I do want to thank Mr. Vaughn for his efforts in student safety for us and keeping that in our focus as well as education. He's our Director of HR and a lot of other things, and I do want to thank for his consciousness. He actually spent a couple days, 3 days down at the beach as well. Virginia Beach at a conference that was very important. So he was
this time of year.
All right. So, but I do want to thank him for all that he's done for that. That's a long one for me. I don't know if I've ever been that long opening. So thank you.
Yes, you have.
We'll let you go.